Welcome to Deep Dive, where we take intriguing information and break it down, helping you navigate complex subjects with clarity and insight. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating account. It's from the world of international travel verification, specifically impacting H-1B visa holders. This deep dive is sparked by a pretty surprising incident, actually, at a U.S. pre-clearance center. It's really got the global professional community talking.
It certainly has. It touches on how quickly things we think are standard, like security protocols, can change.
Imagine, if you will, you're preparing for an international flight. You're running through your checklist, passport, visa, boarding pass, the usual. You get to a U.S. pre-clearance center, maybe expecting the standard questions, showing your documents. But then the immigration official asks for something completely unexpected, something beyond the physical papers in your hand. It's digital.
Exactly, and that's what happened here. It really shifts things.
We'll unpack what this specific case means for you, especially if you're a global professional, maybe someone frequently on the move.
And what's fascinating here, I think, is how quickly these traditional security protocols can evolve, often in ways that catch even, seasoned travelers off guard. We'll explore the specifics of this incident, definitely, but also the reactions it sparked online, which were quite varied. And maybe touch on the broader implications for, let's say, digital readiness when you travel internationally.
Okay, let's unpack this specific situation then. So, we have an H-1B visa holder. They're passing through a U.S. pre-clearance center in Abu Dhabi. Now, for those who might not be familiar, H-1B, that's a non-immigrant visa. It lets U.S. employers hire foreign workers in specialized fields. Think tech, engineering, that sort of thing.
Right, specialty occupations requiring specific knowledge.
And pre-clearance centers, like the one in Abu Dhabi, are interesting. There are facilities at foreign airports where you actually clear U.S. customs and immigration before you even board your flight to the States.
Yeah, it's meant to streamline your arrival, make things faster once you land in the U.S.
So typically in this scenario, you'd expect to show your passport, your visa, maybe an employment letter, right? Standard supporting documents.
That's the routine. Things to verify why you're traveling.
But in this particular case, the immigration official went, a significant step further. They asked for proof of active access to the traveler's company email.
Active access, that's the key phrase here.
Yeah. The person was specifically asked to open Microsoft Outlook on their phone, then navigate through settings to accounts, and finally to Microsoft 365 just to display their name.
Wow, very specific instructions.
Very specific. Once that name popped up, the officer was satisfied, apparently. The process ended. No further issues. But it's quite a request, isn't it? It digs deep into your digital professional identity, much more than just looking at a piece of paper.
It is indeed highly unusual. I mean, it moves beyond those static physical documents we just mentioned. It goes straight into the realm of dynamic, real-time digital authentication of your employment.
Right. Usually your visa stamp, maybe an offer letter, or a recent pay stub. That's always been enough, hasn't it, to confirm you're employed?
Traditionally, yes. That's been the standard proof. This request for, live access to an active company email account and on a personal device, no less, that signifies a potentially new and quite significant layer of verification.
And while it ended smoothly for this one traveler, the request itself, it highlights a potential shift, a shift in methods that could catch a lot of people completely off guard.
Definitely. It suggests a more proactive check, doesn't it? Almost investigative, asking for a live demonstration rather than just historical evidence.
So this story, inevitably, it hit social media pretty fast.
As these things do.
And you can imagine it sparked a whole range of reactions, people sharing experiences, concerns, theories. One person immediately pointed out the practical problems. They asked, and this is a quote, "It is unusual. What if one isn't carrying their phones or official laptop with them? Some corporations have strict connectivity requirements too."
And that is a very valid, very critical point. Not everyone travels with their work phone.
Yeah.
Or has easy access to corporate networks, VPNs, especially when you're in transit between countries.
And some company policies, security policies, they actively prohibit putting company email on personal devices. Or accessing it in locations deemed unsecure.
Exactly. So you immediately see this potential conflict, right, between maybe a new immigration request and established corporate security rules.
Right, flags a real hurdle.
It does. It's a crucial point about preparedness, access, potential unexpected roadblocks. And building on that, another traveler chimed in. They mentioned having 15 years of experience crossing borders
Oh.
and noted they'd, and I quote again, never been required to present anything other than passport and visa. It all depends on luck and the officer.
The luck and the officer factor. That always comes up.
It really resonates, doesn't it? It underlines that element of individual officer discretion, which can play such a significant and often, frankly, unpredictable role in what you're asked at the border.
Yeah, it means consistency isn't guaranteed. Your experience could be totally different from mine or different from your last trip.
Which is unsettling for people who travel a lot and rely on knowing the procedures.
Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting. Someone offered a glimpse into the potential why. Why ask for this? A third commenter suggested it's about maintaining a, quote, robust profile for verification.
A robust profile.
They wrote, if your employer did a mass layoff, the only way to check your employment could be this way or your pay stubs.
Ah, okay. That does put a different spin on it.
Right. In today's world, with rapid economic shifts, mass layoffs happening, maybe that offer letter from 6 months ago, or even an older employment verification letter, isn't accurate anymore.
It might not reflect your current status.
Exactly.
Yep.
So digital access, like to your active work email, that offers a much more immediate, real-time confirmation that you are still, in fact, employed by that company on your visa.
It's like a live pulse check, as you said, not just a historical snapshot. Very insightful comment.
Yeah.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, another observation someone shared was that these pre-clearance checks in Abu Dhabi, they seem to vary depending on the visa category.
Okay, so not the same for everyone passing through.
Apparently not. For those on a work visa like H-1B, this person noted they might also ask to show your pay stubs, work email, etc.
Ah, okay.
So this indicates that maybe this digital check isn't just a one-off weird thing. It could potentially be part of a variable, maybe evolving protocol specifically for employment-based visas, at least in certain locations.
Like Abu Dhabi.
Like Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
It suggests a move from just, do you have the right visa, to something more dynamic, like, are you currently and actively employed under the terms of this visa?
That could be a very targeted approach, maybe based on risk assessments for certain visa types or regions, trying to get better validation.
It's possible, aiming for enhanced security, perhaps.
Now, we should be clear, of course. This specific story, while it got a lot of discussion, it did originate from a social media post. It hasn't been independently verified by major news outlets, as far as we know.
That's an important caveat, yes. Treat it as an anecdote for now.
But the sheer volume and the nature of the discussion it generated online, that's incredibly telling in itself.
Absolutely. The mere possibility of such a request, even if it's just anecdotal at this stage, has clearly struck a nerve.
It's opened up these crucial conversations about how travel and immigration rules are changing, maybe faster than we realize.
And it shows a point of anxiety within that global professional community.
So if we zoom out a bit, look at the bigger picture. What does this incident signal?
Well, it clearly underscores the increasing variability in security protocols, especially at these pre-clearance centers.
Things aren't always standard anymore.
Not necessarily. And while these kinds of dynamic checks, maybe they do enhance verification, maybe they add a layer of security. There's definitely a but. They undoubtedly introduce a significant level of uncertainty for travelers. You just don't know exactly what might be asked.
It feels like a clear signal that pre-clearance is evolving, moving towards these sort of on-the-spot verification methods.
Methods that challenge our traditional expectations of what border control involves.
And this evolution, even if it's aimed at better security, it puts more responsibility back on the traveler, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A new kind of preparation needed.
It certainly does.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Whether you're an H-1B holder or maybe any professional traveling on an employment visa, it strongly suggests that personal readiness is now, well, absolutely key.
You might need to actively ensure you have ready, reliable access to your work profiles when you travel internationally.
Including your email credentials.
Yes, it's like a new layer of what you might need to carry, or rather be able to access digitally.
So practically, that could mean making sure your work phone is charged, knowing your login details cold, having your VPN set up and working.
Precisely. It's about being prepared for a different kind of verification, one that demands potentially a live connection to your professional identity.
This raises a really important question, doesn't it? As global mobility continues to increase.
Yeah, travelers, especially professionals on employment visas, really need to stay vigilant. Keep an eye on these evolving verification criteria, particularly in certain regions, maybe like Abu Dhabi, where Protocols might shift more rapidly or be more stringent. Ensuring you have that digital access might become just as essential as remembering your passport.
It's moving beyond just presenting historical documents, like you said. It's about potentially proving your current active status through digital means, if asked.
It reminds me a bit of the shift in online banking,
Yeah.
Static passwords aren't always enough anymore. Banks want real-time, multi-factor verification.
Good analogy.
This incident suggests immigration might be moving towards a similar, more dynamic approach, trying to confirm active employment, close potential loopholes that old documents might miss.
So think about it. Beyond your physical passport and visa, having your digital work identity readily accessible, demonstrably active, that could become a critical part of your travel readiness.
It's a fascinating glimpse, really, into how our increasingly digital lives are intersecting with international borders.
And how that intersection is starting to redefine what prepared for travel truly means for a global professional, moving from static proof to dynamic, real-time verification.
It definitely compels us all to rethink our travel checklists.
So the key takeaway for you listening is pretty clear, isn't it?
I think so. Stay informed, anticipate the unexpected, maybe more than before, and definitely consider the accessibility of your digital professional information as a crucial part of your pre-travel checklist.
Be prepared for that possibility, however small, of being asked to digitally verify your employment, especially if you're on a work visa, especially through pre-clearance.
Better prepared than caught off guard.
Okay, so to provide a short brief, as discussed in the subject matter of the topic today, we explored an H-1B visa holder's quite unusual experience, specifically facing digital email verification at a U.S. pre-clearance center in Abu Dhabi.
Right. And while this account came from social media, wasn't independently verified, it sparked really important discussions online about evolving immigration protocols, of the role of officer discretion, all that.
And crucially, the increasing need for travelers, particularly those on work visas, to be prepared to demonstrate live digital access to their employment credentials if asked.
It really highlights a significant potential shift towards more dynamic digital verification methods in international travel.
It certainly urges us all to adapt to this, well, new reality of global mobility. All the best, and we will meet again with another important subject in the next meeting.